Right, it's the weekend and we're going to make a kebab. Really easy, really cheap. We're going to start off with, well, it takes a little bit of preparation because we're going to do a lamb doner meat and then some tandoori style chicken. Start off with a teaspoon of plain flour. A teaspoon of dried oregano, and these are all ish measurements, so you don't got to be too precise. Teaspoon of onion granules, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning or Italian mixed herbs, teaspoon of salt, just normal table salt is fine. A teaspoon of garlic powder. It decides to come out. Another extra. So it's about a teaspoon there. About half a teaspoon of cayenne, give it a bit of a kick. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. Give this a good mix in with your fingers, get all the herbs crushed right down so it's just like a powder. So it's just like a dust. And then you've got your 500 grams of minced lamb. And all you're going to do is give it a good mix, get it all the way through, as if you're making a burger. Get all the herbs inside it, all the powders. And while you're doing this, or before, I'd preheat your oven to about 180 degrees. If you well, we got a fan oven, and we have it on 180. Just so when obviously this is done, it's ready to go straight in the oven. Make sure you've got no big areas that are just spice. Okay. And then when it's done, you want to make it into a sort of oblong. Sort of piece. And there's a tray, an oven tray, a small one, with a bit of grease-proof paper. It just looks like a long sort of sausage or beef burger patty. And just put it in the tray, like so, and that is literally ready to cook. And that is your doner meat. Next we're on to the chicken. So we've got 2 chicken breasts which we've just chopped up. We're going to add a teaspoon of tikka curry powder, which you just get from Tesco's. Oh, a big teaspoon then of that. And then another teaspoon then of mild tandoori curry powder, again Tesco's. But you can use any ones, they're all roughly about the same. This is just to give it a good colour. And then 2 dollops of natural Greek yogurt. And then basically just a good mix. This is obviously better if you do it the day before, just leave it marinated in the fridge overnight and then get it out for about an hour before you're going to cook, or half an hour before you're going to cook it. But we've literally only just decided tonight that we fancied having a kebab. There we go. And that is your spicy chicken. Now you've made your chicken mixture and also your lamb doner meat. Your oven obviously be preheated to 180 if you've got a fan oven. It's just time to stick it in there now for around sort of I'd say 45 to 50 minutes. And basically just turn it over about halfway through. So around the halfway sort of time, take it out of the oven. Should look something along these lines. Give it a good turn. Back in the oven. And now shortly you're going to need your frying pan, a white onion, and a little bit more tandoori curry powder. So we're going to put this back in the oven now, and we're going to be looking to start frying off the chicken shortly. Right, now the 45 minutes is up. It's time to take out the kebab. It should be around 60ish degrees. So a quick little look what we're working with. Yeah, so it's over that, brilliant. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take it, put it to one side and let it cool. What you want to do now is start heating up your pan to cook your chicken. Right, we're getting to the end now of the kebabs. So what you want to do is heat up your pan. Obviously you've taken out your lamb, so that's been put to one side, just resting slightly for a minute. A little bit of vegetable oil. Get this heated up. Chuck in about 1 large white onion. Okay, and now what you're going to do is chuck in the chicken. Don't worry about chucking in the excess, just leave whatever's on the chicken in there. Give it a good mix. And just chuck over again some more tandoori curry powder to give it a nice red colouring. While this is frying now, you want to think about getting your bread, and if you've made like a homemade pita bread or naan bread, that's going to start needing to go in the oven. And also if you need any like sort of chilli sauces, mince sauces or barbecue sauces, you can start making them as well while this is frying off. Right, it's slowly starting to get a bit of colour. So what we'll start doing now shortly is to start to slice up the kebab meat, because we're going to add this in with the chicken to make a sort of kebab mixed grill. So this is about 5 minutes in. The chicken's taking on a bit of a white colour. It's slowly cooking. We're just going to turn up the heat slightly now. So these are homemade naan breads with onion seeds, and we'll do another video on this another time. Perfect though for your kebab. So now while your chicken is frying in a pan, getting close to the end, you want to start carving or cutting your lamb doner meat. Cut it as thin as possible, but you haven't got to go too thin. See, there's a good colour on the inside. It's not looking too dry. And the herbs seem to have evenly spread, which is nice. As you can see, it's really moist. And why we don't cook it completely in the oven is because we're going to chuck it in with the chicken meat, and that's why we class it almost as a mixed grill. So what you want to do is your wider pieces of meat, just give it a little bit of a slice on the centre. See, now you're starting to get the look of pretty much, well, obviously a little bit thicker, what you would sort of get in a kebab house. Right, so chicken's almost done. We've got some nice soft onions. The spicy chicken's looking really good. So at this point now, we start adding in our doner meat. Just give it a good mix. Give it a good mix in. Obviously you haven't got to mix in the chicken. If you fancy just a doner kebab, just leave it as a doner meat. What we tend to do is mix in the majority of it and then just leave a little bit left then for the sides. Give it a good coating, and then what we do again, some people won't want to do this, but we just chuck a little bit more of the tandoori mild powder on, just for a nice bit of colour and a little bit of extra spice. Turn off the heat, and then basically you're ready to serve. Whether you put it straight into a bread, with us we'll put it straight into a serving bowl. chucking the extra meat to the side. There you have your mixed grill, doner and spicy chicken. Perfect for any Friday or Saturday or any day of the week. So now you're ready to plate up. Just get your homemade breads, naan bread or pita bread or whatever you're going to use. It hasn't got to be exactly the same as a kebab shop. Getting some chicken, some doner. Some salads. Bit more doner if you like your meat. And drizzle with your homemade chili sauce. And best of all, the mince sauce. There we go. Mixed grill kebab.